What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Preachers in the Popcorn Box podcast. I am your host, Brian, and my co-host.
Guess we gonna do the.
Can you can you see me and hear me, DT? I don't think he can hear us, guys. Obviously, we having problems from the jump. But listen, guys, thank you again so much for tuning into another episode of the Two Preachers in the Popcorn Box podcast. Um, Today's episode, guys, we will be talking about two different things. First, the Netflix smash Jingle Jangle Christmas movie. It's a little off the normal beaten path that we normally go when it comes to the movies that we choose. But hey, it's the holiday season, and we wanted to talk about a Christmas movie. DT, you with us, my brother? Not yet. All right. So, um, secondly, what we are going to do is we're going to talk about our top five Christmas movies. All right, top five Christmas movies, and we just enjoy movies, and we also enjoy Christmas as well. So first off, Jingle Jangle. 2020 has been an interesting year. It's been a year that has allowed me to be at the house a lot more than I had previously planned on. And so I have a lot of additional free time. And so I've been watching a lot of movies, and specifically when it comes to um, streaming movies and streaming companies, I think I got like four or five different um, people that I'm paying for right now, right? And so you guys, I think it was maybe around February, March, right when the pandemic hit, Hamilton was like the most important, famous play out on Disney Plus. This movie, Jingle Jangle, I honestly would not have watched it if I had not watched Hamilton at the beginning of the year, right? I just wouldn't have did it because Hamilton was so good that the music, the characters, really kind of got me in the musical mode. I grew up in plays and all of that stuff, and so it kind of scratched that itch again for me. So Hamilton was dope. It was fire, and so in me watching Jingle Jangle, it had those same Hamilton vibes, right? And so we the playwright of this particular movie, his name is David Talbot. Really interesting is that he wrote this play back in 1998, right? And so 22 years, it took him that long to get this particular project greenlit. And so it's a testament to his um, dedication, perseverance, right? So let's talk about the movie Jingle Jangle. Let's talk about it. Simply what is it is a movie about an inventor, right? Jangle. Geronicus Jangle. One of the craziest names you'll ever hear. But again, it was a great start off to the movie, right? He's an inventor, he's an inventor, excuse me. And so he is the most famous, most creative inventor in his lane, right? And he has a an apprentice by the name of Guffiston. I'm probably butchering his name because that's not a name that I say all the time, that I see all the time. Give me 1 second. I think DT is ready. You with us, my brother?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So I was talking about Geronicus, and we just gonna call him G, right?
Yeah, let's do that because them names is horrible. Horrible. Would they just jumble up a bag of letters and just say, this is what we're gonna call the character. Hold on a minute. Let's check the bag up and just
Oh
make
my
up names.
gosh.
Those were okay, I'm sorry, but go ahead on. Yeah,
We there.
yeah. They could
We
have
there.
you could have just said gray animal for all I care, because at this point you ripping up names. Even Forrest Whitaker's character. Who's gonna
Ger-
remember
uh,
these
what was his
jingles?
name? Yeah,
I mean,
Geronicus Jangle.
yeah,
His
yeah,
daughter. Now his daughter had a normal name, Jessica.
right. And even the grandbaby had a normal name. But why would the daddy and the apprentice or whatever you want to call him,
Yeah,
the Buster number one? That's what we gonna call him, Buster number one. I feel better because he was a Buster throughout the whole show. He was a Buster because
he was.
but he was a Buster. Yeah,
He certainly
yeah,
was.
yeah, he was.
So I think one of the coolest things about this movie is that it talks about the relationship between a mentor and an apprentice, right?
Right,
Um, and so being, I've been an apprentice, but I've also been an apprentice that didn't quite want the mentor's job,
okay.
right? Because my
Okay,
dad is a master electrician and carpenter. And so he wanted me to follow into his footsteps. I didn't necessarily want that. But in this particular movie, you have an apprentice that is itching to make a name for himself, right? And there's a process in the flow to do that. And he just didn't want to follow the process that was set in front of him.
right. It was real interesting that he just was impatient. He halfway got his so-called invention together, and he made this big, huge announcement and bringing all the kids around.
Right.
And he was just so anxious, but he wasn't even. His product was tearing up. So
Listen,
it raises the question with most of us: are we really ready if your talent ain't ready or your gift ain't ready? So he was anxious. Don't he jacked himself up.
with every gift, with every talent, and with every ability, there has to be some type of quality control.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. That's real good. I like that. You emphatic, but I like
Because,
that.
listen, if I can't get myself right and I can't work out the kinks, it doesn't matter how much I believe in it. If I don't test it on somebody first, you
Right,
know, and this needs to happen behind closed doors. This don't need to be happening in the middle of a grand opening of your boss's, next big thing, right?
right,
It was so insulting for him to try to test out his product or his invention
right,
when everybody else around him is there for his boss's stuff,
right, right,
right?
right.
Just so
He,
out of
he
pocket,
was so he was excited.
excited with
He
broke
was real excited.
products.
Right.
That's the thing, right?
That's horrible.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Um, but pretty much though, you see this dynamic throughout the movie where you have this brilliant inventor who creates a magical doll, and I thought it was kind of crazy that the doll came out with this level of pride and hey, I'm one in a million. I'm the best thing from
Right,
the jump.
right, right,
Like
right.
he didn't have influence from nobody else. Nobody
No.
told him that he was special. He just jumped out the gate like, hey, I'm one in a million. What you mean you trying to replicate me?
Right. It threw me off whole movie threw me off. Just to be honest, um, that he was not everybody. He was. I'm not going. I'm not against anybody. Let me say that before he was. I don't. I guess Hispanic or you
Yeah,
know, in descent. We just pulling out groups and just planting them out there. You just don't. He was just. So I was like, I
he the
wasn't
only one.
expecting it when he opened his mouth, and it was just yeah, wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead on. My bad.
Salty
You were
butter.
saying
I'm
I
not
was
mad.
rude.
I'm not bad with it because I didn't even think about it, but
I
he definitely did
hit me in the
stand
throat.
out.
Hit me in the throat. Hit me all in the throat. I'm like what? What? He opened his mouth, and all of a sudden, you get Hispanic descent. He dancing and okay. My bad. I'm sorry. You go. Keep going.
No, you good. You good. You good. So a couple of the things, or main themes of this particular movie was belief in yourself and
Right.
how if you don't believe, how that can stagnate you or it can push you into your future if you have belief. And life, of course, is like that. You know, as much as other people believe in you, as much as other people see greatness in you, if you don't see it,
Right.
then, basically people are just, pushing in error, pushing in vain. They're
Right.
supporting you, and you're not really a valuable investment,
That's good. That's good.
you
That's
know,
real good.
and that can be
It,
hard to stomach sometimes.
it can because we've seen what the lack of belief happens. You know, JJ, we gonna call him JJ. Forrest Whitaker's role. I'm not tearing up no more names.
With the lazy
JJ,
eye, come on.
yeah, with the lazy eye. All right, now we're getting into body language. It's something that's jacked up. But anyway, what the Frederick Douglass fro. I'm sorry. With that,
It's
I'm talking
funny.
about. I'm talking about. I don't know if you karate chopped that thing, sawed it in, split it with some Elmer's glue. I don't know what. Oh, my bad. I just I had moments. Anyway, but I agree. Throughout the movie, it showed the benefit of belief, and then it
Mhm.
also showed the effects of the lack of belief, and how things shifted. Forrest Whitaker's, he would believe in himself. He had the encouragement of his wife and his daughter,
Yeah.
and so he was able to create anything. He had the magic to write the theories in the air, and they come
Hmm.
to fruition or whatnot. And so, it's a common factor, I believe, with all of us is that if there's no belief, there is no evidence. Because once belief is not there, there's nothing. And so they prove that throughout. And sometimes it takes a childlike belief in order to reestablish certain levels of belief. The granddaughter that came and Journey came in and she did her thing and she already had the gift that her
Right.
grandfather had and her mother had, but she was excited about her gifts, and was willing to show them with her father. And she had a hidden agenda as mending, so she had the belief that she could mend a child.
Right.
So that's pretty significant is that a child had the belief that she could mend everything, with her black magic and belief. And so it to me that was one of the most significant things about this movie, show, song and dance, whatever you want to call it, theatrical, something or other,
It's a
musical.
play,
Yeah.
man.
I said, what?
It's a play.
Play on what? Musical instruments? Like, I'm no nothing against. I'm not against, but you mentioned earlier about Hamilton. Hamilton didn't prepare me for this. I ran from Hamilton too. No, no.
Okay. Okay. So listen, to all of the listeners and the people watching, you guys have no idea how difficult it was for me to convince DT to watch this movie for this
Right.
episode.
Right. I am never against anybody's product, but you ain't finna happy dance me all the way through no movie. I don't need you singing every up and down, round and
Oh
round.
my
This is
gosh.
not a concert, people. It's a movie. I need dialogue, not sing along. It's different. I'm just I'm
All
sorry.
right.
I got to get that off my chest. You had me watching. No offense
You've
to
been
the
waiting to
movie.
say that for a week.
What? Well, I was waiting to say it before I even seen the first opening scene of the flick, and then they started singing 5 minutes into the song. Woo, boy, my finger was on the fast forward. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. Good movie though. Great content. Killer singing. Shoot it in the
This
face.
is so funny.
Bury it. Bury the singing. If I need singing, I'm going to church. I'm gonna let the Lord use me. I don't need you singing me made up. So now I will say they, the beat, the instrument parts, it had a little color to it. I like it. I'm glad it wasn't the sleigh bells ringing or you listening type song because I would have flat out started watching Die Hard. But anyway, my bad. Just we were gonna talk about that later. We will talk about that later. But the movie. One of my favorite parts was the square root of possibilities. Now that I
Yeah.
thought was fire. I thought that was real fire. I thought that that says there's a way to overcome if you believe. So there's always a possible way. Without faith, it's impossible to please him. It's a
Yeah.
possible way. The square root of possibilities is your faith and belief. It
Hmm.
will produce. So that was powerful. But go ahead on my bad. I just
No, we good
praise God.
because we were eventually going to talk about this. So I'm glad that you went on your rant. I really am. I'm glad you. I'm glad you watched it to the end, though.
I didn't
I'm
have no
proud of
ch-
you.
I didn't want to mess up the viewers. I was gonna be true to my word. I watched through every song, every pitiful I'm sorry.
Okay, so look,
Good movie though.
from
Good
a
movie.
musical
Musical.
standpoint,
Song and dance.
from, from a musical standpoint, I like the fact that it was an all black cast and the people could really, really sing. They really could,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
musically, it was great. Um, so I didn't want to spend this much time talking about the movie to be real, but I knew
Your
that we
fault.
were going to hit the fact that you didn't want to watch it. So,
Your fault. Your fault. Let's move it. Let's keep moving. Your fault.
all right. So let me, of course, and I probably should have opened with this, but Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, wherever you fall in line. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everybody. And so, when it comes to Christmas, Christmas in America is not Christmas without Christmas movies, right? And so, I thought it would be cool for us to rank our top 5 Christmas movies, right? Um, so here's the way I want to do it. I want um, us to go from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You give your 5, I give my 5. If you want to talk about it, we can, and then we'll go all the way up until we get to number 1. Now, let me ask this question: do you
Mm-hmm.
have any honorable mentions that didn't quite make the top 5?
Uh-uh.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
Okay. So since I got at least one, let me go through mine real quick. All right.
You got one? That's it?
Technically, I got two, but you ain't gonna like the
You
mine.
it better not be Jingle Jangle. It better not be Jingle Jangle. I'm gonna disown you as a brother, and we're gonna send you straight to the altar because you need to be delivered.
Oh
You
God.
need to be delivered. Just saying, just
Okay.
you need to seek Jesus for that one.
Okay. So my honorable mention, I don't care what you say. Um, Miracle on 34th Street.
Cool, I'm with that.
All right. The OG one, not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other one, but the OG ones. The Holiday. Now, here's the reason I'm saying this is
The
because
who?
I got to keep my married home happy. Okay, I do, because the only reason I know this movie from beginning to end is because before we had cable, we had a DVD player,
Gotcha.
and this movie, my wife played over and over and over again. So it was like erosion. It just kind of eventually wore me down. And I was like, you know what? This movie ain't halfway bad.
After how many tries? How many times did you say you ain't had no point after number three? You was indoctrinated. You ain't had no point but to justify the movie. You
That's right.
became a connoisseur after you ate it 3 times in a row. My bad. I'm sorry.
It's the
Forgive me. Forgive me. My bad, bro.
it's the
My
truth.
bad.
All right.
But go ahead on. You were saying your top
So
two. Oh,
those,
okay.
yeah. So those are going to be my honorable mention. I
Oh, they
did
your
have
honorable
Jingle
mention.
Jangle on here. I did have it on here, but I realized I
Why?
got really because I was excited, man. I was
You
excited.
believe in magic, don't you? You believe in.
Look, I'm a Harry Potter fan, man. Come on.
I mean, I'm now. Harry Potter ain't singing your way to the end of the movie. Harry Potter got some spots, but yeah, go. My bad.
All right.
My
So
bad.
my number five, since you don't have any honorable mentions, my number five is Christmas with the Cranks. All right. Again, another one of these movies that my wife had me watching, but I really enjoyed it. And the main reason is because of two things. One, this is a family that doesn't want to celebrate Christmas in a neighborhood of Christmas fanatics, right? So you have that dynamic between Tim Allen and Dan Aykroyd are like the two main people. And then there's this one scene where Tim Allen goes to the tennis salon because he's planning on going to the beach for Christmas, and he stays
Right.
in there too long, and his face is basically like hard and rubber, and he makes an attempt to try to eat some fruit, and his lips can't even close. Oh gosh! So that movie, that scene is one of my Christmas favorites. What's your number five?
Home Alone, baby.
Number
Little
five.
bitty Macaulay Culkin terrorizing everything, destroying the doors. Hey, that's my movie. Love it. Crack up all the time.
Okay.
Point blank. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. Got a lot of, that's that slapstick. I'm cool with certain things. That's that slapstick, kind of interactive laugh at you. So it's just kind of that's the bottom line one. If I see it, I'm good with it. No, it's old school. It's the first one, not the second one, because we start stretching stuff out. First one. But yeah, that's my number five. I already know my number one, but number five.
Brittany, you know what? I'm gonna put you on blast, Britt.
What up?
Right, I'm with you too, Brittany. Number five
What?
is
What's
too
wrong
low,
with
bro.
y'all?
It's too
What you
low,
mean
bro.
it's too low?
Okay,
Not
we
no
gonna
no
get
no
you.
no 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 no. These are my top five, not y'all. This is mine. Mine. Work with me, people. Work with me. Go give me your number four. Let it go. Hit me
All right,
with it.
cool. Number four, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. All right. Now,
Which one? Which one?
Jim Carrey's.
Okay. I give
Look,
you, I
there has
okay.
been like 17 different versions of it since
Right?
it came out, but Jim Carrey's is the best live action version. I love it. Jim, we all know he's a comedic genius, and he was perfectly
Yes.
able to relay the resentment of Whoville, and he was hilarious. What's your number four?
That would be it's a toss up We gonna say old school. Frosty the Snowman.
Okay.
Old school, baby.
Oh, gee,
Can't
I
go
got you.
wrong.
I got
Childhood
you.
favorite. Watched it like I was a kid sitting in front of it. I swear, all I need is a fireplace or at least old school heater with the flames, baby, and some thermal underwear. I'm sorry.
That's a solid one. I got you.
Yeah. Number three, Pippa.
Number
Number
three,
three.
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
What in the world is wrong with you, boy? Oh, my bad. That's your opinion. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Y'all see what I got to deal with from week to week.
My fault. I'm just okay. Go. My bad.
So again, another one of those traditional Christmas movies that has 17 million interpretations. But Mickey's Christmas Carol, the way that they described the three ghosts, it was beautiful to me. Having Scrooge McDuck in his transformation. Come on, man.
I
It's
got you, man.
classic.
I got you. I got you.
All right, so what you got?
Is it my turn? Is it
It
me?
is.
I'm gonna hit you with it. Gremlins, baby. Can't go wrong all day. La 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 la. I'm trying to kill it. I'm telling you, can't go wrong. Matter of fact, I need to find it so I can watch it before the day over with, so I can crack up on everything. Best, one of my best.
That's a
Going
good
to
one.
get it, Pimpin. Yeah. Oh, it's a fire one. You
That's a good one.
cannot see Gremlins and not see Christmas with Gizmo with his hat on, his little Santa elf hat on. Then later on, you see Strife with one. I'm trying to
Yeah.
take it whole nine. Destroying the movie theater, jumping in the pool.
Yeah, they was like the Rugrats from outer space, bro.
Now they waiting the Rugrats a mile, baby. Gremlins is Gremlins. You can't Rugrats is they still babies. Gremlins is don't feed them after midnight. Don't give them water.
Yeah,
They all Rugrats didn't come with instructions. The Gremlins did.
that's true. That's true.
Just saying.
All right.
Number two.
My number two movie is Home Alone 2.
Oh, okay. I'm with that.
Right. I think that movie did a great job of giving more second level villains than the
Yeah.
first one,
Yeah.
because the hotel staff, man, it was hilarious. The Rob Schneider, whenever he was wanting the tip, and they kept giving him gum, and then you had and then you had the pigeon lady, another like misunderstood character, and
Right, but yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was it for you, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna throw a little twist in there. This Christmas.
With Chris Brown
Yes,
and
indeed.
Loretta
All the
Devine
drama
and
in
all
that
them.
movie, baby, all on the floor, navigator over the ridge, sneaking in everything. The sister can't cook, the whole nine. All of that, agitation in the family.
Right.
Then Chris Brown busts out with This Christmas. So, the happy ending. Idris Elba, a lot of good, actors in this show. I
Mm-hmm.
liked it. So for me, it's got plenty of different things. If you got a little action, you got a little comedy, you got a little drama, then you got a little Christmas tree. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you know what? Donny Hathaway's This Christmas, of course, can't be topped, but Chris Brown's version is a
He
solid
killed that.
number two.
He killed that.
Man,
That made the movie for me. Once I hear
it
that,
did.
once he do that, I'm good. I'm good. And the mother of mothers, Miss Loretta Devine, she like either somebody's auntie, grandmother. She's always playing a mama. somewhere.
Always.
Good mama.
Always.
Number one.
All right. So
Number one.
my number one is Home Alone. I don't understand. You know what? Again, you said I'm not going to disrespect your list, but
My list was 5.
anyway, so the OG Home Alone, the Bing Crosby White Christmas music, hilarious. That was my first introduction to that song. The fact that you have this little kid who is like a terrorist.
Right.
The fact that he had all of this stuff planned within like 5 minutes. He was like, "Oh, I got this Michael Jordan sign. Let me attach it to a train. Let me create all of this fake illusions so that the robbers won't know that I'm here by myself. Oh, let me find this this fake movie from 1946 and play it and get these firecrackers. And I mean, come on, man. Dennis to Menace for Christmas to the nth degree.
You filthy animal.
Yeah, man. Merry Christmas, bro.
No. Let me explain something to you. Number one is gonna be Die Hard. First Die Hard, best Die Hard. I can't have Christmas unless I'm seeing Bruce Willis climb through an air conditioning vent, jumping over top of a building, trying to get in with no shoes and socks on, blowing up half of the tower, the villain falling out the top of the building, he killing people. To me, it is the best action Christmas flick on the tube. You can't have Christmas without Die Hard. So Bruce, it's
okay.
My number one, baby. It's my number one.
You realize just then when you describe Die Hard, you put the word action before you put the word Christmas.
It's an
Die
action
Hard
Christmas
is not
movie.
a Christmas movie.
It is. It happened during the holidays. They even had a Christmas party, everything. What you talking about? You even see the Christmas tree. They were dancing around the Christmas tree. It's my
movie,
number one. It's a fire movie.
But it's not a Christmas movie. If
It
you
is.
take this movie, and you set it July 1st, nothing changes. Nothing changes.
It's still a Christmas movie.
Nah,
because it's got Christmas in the movie. It's got Christmas in the movie.
I'm standing on this
hill. Hey. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. I'm just saying. You asked my top 5. I gave my top 5. They are fire top 5. On top of that, we ain't singing to each other. We're doing it big. We're doing it big. We're doing it big.
Well, I should have known that was gonna be your number one Christmas movie since you are an action junkie.
You should have known.
You had a pretty solid list. I give it to you.
Oh yeah,
the Gremlins I kind of forgot about.
No, you can't. It's a Christmas movie. It was in cold weather. Whole 9. You can't miss it. Snow on the ground, Christmas trees everywhere. Mm-hmm. The daddy trying to sell all of his so-called inventions, trying to make some Christmas money.
Oh man. Well, listen, guys. This has been a very fun, hilarious episode of the Two Preachers in the Popcorn Box podcast. Please make sure that you like this podcast, subscribe, download everywhere where podcasts are available. You see at the bottom of the screen there ways that you can follow our podcast on IG, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure also that you follow us and like our YouTube page as well. So this is going to be the end of season one, but we will kick off season two at the beginning of the new year. So again, you have time to get caught up on some of your old some of our old episodes that you may have missed on. And we look forward to seeing you in the new year. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you guys so much for listening. On behalf of my co host, DT, I am Brian. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.
Happy Food Stamp Day, people.
Yeah.